Her name was
Taylor.
She was a showgirl with yellow feathers in her hair and a dress cut down her there. She would merengue and do the cha-cha.
Hey Sailors, I'm Justin.
And I'm Marcella.
And this is Sailor Manga, the podcast where we usually talk about our favorite manga. Wait, what do I say? I'm all flustered! The podcast where we usually become the true Sailor Guardians of manga by reading some of our favorites and reviewing them to our heart's content. But this is a special bonus episode where we're talking about... I still can't even fucking wrap my head around this sentence. The fact that Taylor Swift's 12th album has a name and it's coming soon?
I know.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this
so
time
much has happened.
Do you know what I think it is? I think she got wind that we hadn't discussed her much on our last few podcasts, and we need to do something about it.
She's an avid Sailor Manga listener.
She is.
And she's like, I'll teach them to not talk about me for 2 episodes straight.
I know. It's because we were talking about Ethel and Sabrina and Lord, and she had a little hissy fit.
Yeah, she was like, I'm having none of that. I will only be their number one. Don't worry, Taylor. No one's coming for your job, as you said in Broken Heart.
Oh yeah, nobody.
The past 72 hours have been absolutely insane. So much information overload.
Yeah.
Like, it's been... For reference, we are recording this on August 14th. Everything started going down on the 11th, technically.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, this is fresh fucking news to us. We're still reeling.
I have barely had time to do any kind of, like, crazy 1 a.m. deep dives because it's all been happening so fast.
Yeah, it was like she put exactly 6 bullets in the chamber and she fired them all at once somehow. Like, she's running on all cylinders. She said, absolutely not. Room to breathe? I think not, choke bitch. So here we are talking about her 12th album. TS12 has a name. We don't need to call it TS12 anymore. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. And it's got a colour, although we need to talk about the heart and
yes.
They're just
the emoji.
There's so much.
There's so much to discuss. So should we say what the name of the album is, or should we just go in chronological order and just talk about what the fuck has gone down in the past 3 days?
Well, let's just say what the name is. I mean, everybody knows by now, I'm sure.
True.
But yeah, say it and then we can start.
Okay, so the name of Taylor's 12th album is The Life of a Showgirl. I mean, what a title. What a title. When I first heard this title, I was like, I instantly went to the Eras Tour I Can Do It With a Broken Heart performance.
Yeah, of course.
Like, that's immediately where my mind went.
Yeah.
Clearly it had an effect on her.
Yeah, for sure.
So, God, The Life of a Showgirl. I just cannot believe that she's starting to do like poetic titles, and I've always wanted her to like do shit like that. So the fact that she's doing it now, I'm like, oh my God, the world has opened up in a different way.
I love a long title of an album.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that mildly like pretentious ass in me that I just I really, really like it. And I know that we'll like dumb it down and we'll just refer to it quickly here and there as Showgirl because that's what we do. But yeah, it's longer than PTPD.
Yeah, and it's such a vibrant title. Like, it's very vivid. Like, you have an image in your head when you read it. And I think that's why I like long titles. Like The Tortured Poets Department, you're like, oh, okay, that's in my brain now. And then you have The Life of a Showgirl, and you're like, oh, okay, I have an inkling of what that's going to be about, as opposed to, no offense, but just Midnights. You're like, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't really Red. It's like, okay, well, and we know like the aesthetic of Red now that we've listened to it, countless times over the years. But if she just said, my next album's called Green, we would be like, okay, but it doesn't tell us much, does it? it. Mind you,
No.
folklore told us a lot, I feel.
True. Folklore, I'll give
Word,
credit to that.
depends on the word you use, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree. Totally.
Okay.
Okay, so let's be kind and rewind and tell you about the series of fortunate events that have led us here. So everything started when Taylor Nation decided to be messy as fuck.
Yes.
And I forgot to write this down in my timeline, but I just remembered it. So thank you, brain. You're doing great work today. Taylor Nation posted at like 9 a.m., which was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Posted at 9 a.m. and posted on Instagram a series of 12 photos and said, thinking about when Taylor said, "See you next era," which of course was the phrase that we saw in writing at the end of the Eras Tour book that came out.
Yeah.
And every photo in this 12 carousel photo on Instagram was photos of Taylor in orange outfits from the Eras Tour.
Yeah.
And the 12th photo was a photo of Taylor in an orange outfit with Sabrina.
Yes.
So all of us were like, excuse me? So then what I saw happening, and I was like, oh, like something is happening. Because I was like, oh, the Taylor Nation's being Taylor Nation again.
It was, no, I knew straight away. I'm like, we're here, we've arrived.
My initial reaction was, there's going to be like on her website, there's going to be like orange socks or something that's going to go up on the website. I was like, oh, they're crazy. But once I saw her label, Republic Records, posting the fire heart emoji.
Oh, yeah.
Underneath the post. And then I looked further into it, and a bunch of the dancers from the Eras Tour started putting that same fire heart emoji. And I'm like, oh, okay, now I need to move because something's shifted. Winds in the east, breeze coming in. I was like, something's happening. So all of us were going fucking crazy. And then I'm trying to keep everything in order.
Yeah, then it was the New Heights tease.
When did they post their tease?
They posted it, I've got our little timeline here, 9 a.m. on the 11th.
Oh, so they posted it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. So
they had that orange background.
So the New Heights podcast, which if you don't know, that's Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce's podcast. They posted the thumbnail. They always like tease their thumbnails. And when they have a special guest, it normally is like a yellow background. But this one was an orange glittery background with like an outline of who the guest was, like blacked out so you couldn't see who it was and whatever. Yeah. And it took fans, an hour, if that, to be like, it's Taylor because of this picture.
Yes, to find the picture matching.
If the Swifties were motivated enough, we could change the infrastructure of this country.
Yes.
In mere minutes. However, our skills are not honed to take that on. But we're like, is Taylor going on Travis's podcast to talk about her like new music? Like, clearly not. People were like, oh, it's documentary. And I'm like, it's the emoji for me. It's the emoji for me.
I didn't
That's
once
so
cross my
deliberate.
mind that it was anything but TS12 or, an announcement of some kind.
Right. Yeah. So it was crazy. It was a crazy time. So that happened at 9 a.m. We went a full 12 hours of hysteria. 12 hours go by, it's 9 p.m. Eastern, and all of a sudden, on Taylor's website, there's a countdown specifically to 12:12, so 12 minutes after midnight, on her website, ticking down.
Mm-hmm. With the orange background, the same
with
one.
With an orange background. Mm-hmm.
I used.
Yes. So we were like, oh shit, what the fuck is about to happen? Shit's getting real. So then, all of this, by the way, happening while I was asleep. My bitch ass was asleep by 8:30 that night because the depression has been real lately. So I was already asleep by 9 p.m. I was gone. So waking up the next morning, I was over fucking whelmed, but I'll get there.
I was awake and I'd woken up because obviously it was, the early hours for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd woken up to use the bathroom because I'm an old person. And I had a message from Olivia, who's in Hong Kong. So obviously, like, they're way, way ahead.
Yeah.
And I just remember messaging her back saying, well, I'm not going back to sleep, obviously. So her and I stayed up chatting on WhatsApp for a full 2 hours guessing about things. Yeah, it was fun.
So then comes 12/12, and New Heights posted a clip of Taylor. So it confirmed that Taylor was the special guest, but it wasn't just a clip of Taylor. It was a clip of Taylor picking out a vinyl out of her soon to be on her merch website, I'm sure. Vinyl case holder thingy. And they had blurred out the photo, and she was like, "This is my new album, The Life of a Showgirl." So instantly we get the fucking album title. It's her new album. Boom, 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 bitch. And of course the clip goes crazy, but that's not all, because she's insane. And at the same time the clip goes live, her store goes live with pre-orders.
Yes.
Sorry, excuse me, pre-orders. With no album cover, nothing, just the same blurred image that we saw in the clip from New Heights of the standard album, the vinyl, and the cassette.
Yeah.
And just those 3 items go up for pre-order, and you could purchase them, whatever. And then, of course, New Heights was like, the episode on YouTube for the podcast is going to come out on August 13th, so the following day, or that same day, whatever, you know what I mean. The next day. It's going to come out 8/13 at 7 p.m. Eastern. So we got a lot of information really fucking rapid fire. I did succumb to the peer pressure and immediately buy the pre-order of the album and the vinyl, because once I saw that the album or the vinyl was orange, I said, one of the biggest regrets of my life is not getting the Reputation orange vinyl, and I refuse to pass up on another orange vinyl. I refuse.
Yeah.
So the bag was secured. Should I have, because I'm really broke? No, but I did it because Taylor has a grip on me and I don't want her to let go.
It's done. Yeah.
It was a done deal. So that happened at midnight. We go, the whole rest of the day, like, holy shit, she just announced her 12th album. It has a title, a full fucking length title. We have to wait for the podcast to come out on Wednesday, the 13th. Because of course it's the 13th, it's Taylor. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
So everyone's theorizing about, blah, blah, blah. There was already leaks going around and images going around, and it was just a wide fucking hysteria. And so nothing really happened for that chunk of time, because she thankfully let us marinate. Let us, savor and absorb what the fuck just happened. So then on the 13th happens. And I think we get another clip from New Heights where Taylor was talking about, we're about to do a fucking podcast. And
yeah.
we saw that new clip came out. So of course New Heights is promoting the shit out of it, because it's going to be their most watched episode. And then everything sort of shifted again when a brand new countdown hit Taylor's website. And this new countdown hit the website at about 2 p.m. Eastern on the 13th. So there was 5 hours to go for the podcast to happen. So it was counting down to then.
Yeah.
And the reason that this second countdown was catastrophic for us, especially the stands in the fandom, was because the countdown was a black backdrop with an orange door descending as the timer went down. Which, if you know, at the Eras tour, right after the Fearless, or at the end of the Fearless set, this is exactly what happened. The Lover House burnt down, and this orange door was coming down to the stage, and Taylor never went through the orange door on tour, except for the final Eras tour in December, is when she walked through the orange door. So we were like, oh shit, this is fucking happening. The orange door was her walking into the new era.
Yes.
She was teasing us with the See You Next era in the tour book, because she's like, I've already been walking through the door.
Yeah. Oh, to think that she'd had it written by then as well.
I know. Isn't that crazy? This bitch wrote 2 albums on this tour.
I know.
She's crazy. God, I love her so much. Okay, so the new countdown happens. Now is when we get into the crazy shit, because those 5 hours were slow as molasses. I mean, we were like all just waiting for it to fucking unveil, because we're like, is something going to happen on her website? Is it just a countdown to the New Heights episode coming out? We don't know. And then a couple hours before the podcast episode comes out, there's suddenly on the bottom of like where the orange door is eventually going to land, there's like 3 different locks of 3 different colors, a red one, a purple one, and a silver one. And we're like, excuse me, what's happening? What is that? Why do they have locks on them? Just like how she was when the album was first announced. It was
pink, I'd say. Reddish pink.
Do what?
It was pink, I'd say.
Well, I have confirmed the colors. I'll get into that later.
Oh, okay.
But we were all freaking out because they had locks on them, just like when she announced the standard album. There was like the orange lock with a mint green background. So we were like, okay, like my first thought was, oh, well, these have to be variants. It would be crazy of her to already announce variants, but I don't know what else it could be.
Yeah.
So then we cut to the podcast episode premiering on YouTube. It starts very promptly at 7 p.m. Eastern. I was waiting in the queue right before it started, and when I got in at 2 minutes till, there was already 500,000 people watching. So if that's any indication, there was a lot of people tuning into this fucking podcast. And throughout the fucking day leading up to this, brands were changing their fucking logos.
Oh, I know, I saw.
Like, everyone was rallying around this new Taylor album. Do what?
Empire State's Building.
Yep. Sour Patch Kids, I saw them. All kinds of brands changing their logo and hyping up the release even more. It was really fun to see. I was like, in this one front, everyone's united. It felt good.
There's this makeup indie brand that I really like called Tower 28. They're getting bigger, and they posted like a new collection, and it was obviously just to go, it's not a real thing, but all the blush and the lip gloss, everything was orange glitter, and they just looked
cute.
like a new era. So cute.
That's adorable. I love that. Oh. Yeah, I just love to see all the brands like being like, holy shit, which I'm sure it's also profitable for them because they get clicks off of catering to Taylor's hysteria. But
the machine, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So the episode starts because I don't think like casual listeners understand how unprecedented it was to have Taylor in an interview like this, because we when you go back through the Rolodex of Taylor interviews, like it's all very produced. I'm not saying this wasn't produced, but like these were on sound stages. These were in like 30 Rock building, or wherever they filmed these late night shows, or Graham Norton or whatever, like all very big productions. And to see Taylor like in her own place talking with her boyfriend for 2 hours, like on her own terms, is kind of revolutionary for the fans. Like we've never seen her like that before. So I didn't see enough people talking about that, and I was like, as a very long time Taylor Swift fan, like this is crazy. Like I never thought I would see the day that she would let us in that much.
She used to let us in a lot more
This is true.
Reputation via her Instagram.
Yes, totally
and she used to share a lot of photos of her boyfriends at the time, particularly Calvin and Tom. But then that kind of all dried up after Reputation, after, she got kind of, because she used to have her comments open as well, didn't she?
She did, yeah.
Back in the day. We remember.
God, remember that? God. Yeah. And she talked about that in the interview too. She talked about turning off comments. But yeah, so this was a big fucking deal for the long time fans. We haven't seen this
doing a full on, podcast side by side.
No,
that was a different type. Yeah,
it was really intimate. Like I just felt like I was watching something I shouldn't have been watching. Like there were so many times watching
New Heights podcast. A podcast with two white men
talking about football usually. Yeah. But it was like there were so many times that I was watching it and it would like hit me. I'm like, this is like Taylor. I mean, not to say there weren't cuts or anything, but like this is the most unfiltered Taylor has ever been. And like I was getting emotional just like listening to her talk about like her life and updates and stuff like that. Like
She didn't Miss Americana though.
she did, but and that was great, but I don't know, it just felt different to me. I don't know why,
Yeah.
but I was getting emotional just listening to her talk about sourdough. So anyway, as the episode goes live, her website shifts, her website reloads. And I kind of had to like, I was like, I have to choose one. Am I watching this episode or am I focusing on the website? And of course I did a little bit of both, but I really focused on watching the episode because I was like, I want to hear what she has to say. But while the episode was going on, 3 variants go live technically.
Yeah.
But so those locks that we saw in the different colors were variants. They all went live, and I was like, I cannot handle because they're labeled as like deluxe editions because they come with like photo cards, and they actually all come with a piece of jewelry, which I think is really cool because normally the jewelry is really expensive on her site. So cool that we like get added jewelry. Don't ask me if I bought all 4 of the deluxe editions because the answer is yes. I'm sorry to my bank account. I couldn't help it.
That's fine. You're fine.
So what was funny is like when you first got into the website, you didn't see like the variants were there, but you didn't see like if they had new album covers. They were blank. So I was like, I don't give a fuck. Now seeing the covers, I'm so fucking glad I bought them. Because now they're already unavailable, by the way, which is insane. They'll come back, of course, but
some are still available in the UK.
Oh, good.
I think you can guess which one is sold out.
Oh, I'm sure I can. But yeah, so the variants went out. I was in a queue for 10 minutes to get them, but I secured the bag again. Because I'm not going to be a vinyl variant collector, but I have since Tortured Poets. I'm definitely a CD album variant collector. I love that shit. And maybe one day I'll get the Taylor's version variants like for 1989, but I doubt it. I don't know. The new albums, I definitely want them. And if we ever get Reputation reissue or deluxe or whatever, I'll sign my soul over in blood if that's what it takes to get those. But I digress. So the variants. We need to talk about the variants, but do we want to talk about what went on in the episode first, or just we want to break down the variants?
Should we talk about the actual album cover first? Like the official?
The official one, because that, before Taylor showed it on the episode of New Heights, it was on the website. So it was like instant gratification. Let's talk about this album cover, because I think my opinion is polarizing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Judging by what I've seen online, people's reactions, my opinion might be a little of a hot take.
Well, I can tell you my opinion straight off the bat.
Tell me.
This is my favorite album cover she's ever done.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It is exactly, I love the aesthetic. I love the mint green.
Yeah, tell me what does the album cover look like?
So she's in what appears to be a bathtub. Mm-hmm. I think we're calling it the bathtub edition or variant, even though it's not a variant. It's not cover.
Yeah.
She's in what appears to be a bathtub, and she's got a showgirl outfit on, very reminiscent of the dress that she wore. The diamond dress that she wore to the Grammys.
Mm-hmm.
Was it the Grammys that she wore that?
You talking about
the diamond
where she announced Midnights?
Yeah.
Or, that was the VMAs, I believe.
VMAs, fine. Yeah.
Which, of course, was a direct reference to the bathtub scene in Look What You Made Me Do.
Yes, exactly. And, of course, bathtub, same outfit. So, again, we're getting those little, nods to Rep. Mm-hmm. We've also got, massive nod to Rep because it was photographed by the people who did photography for Reputation.
Yep.
And I like how she styled herself so differently than we're used to seeing as well. So the bangs are, swept back by the underwater. She hasn't got red lips. She's got this gorgeous like berry pink lipstick, like fuchsia pink almost. I think she looks like a mermaid. I fucking love it. I absolutely love it. These kind of like flushed cheeks that she's got going on. Stunning. I did see something very funny, which is very inappropriate. Because somebody had said online, because clearly, I mean, let's be honest, she's had filler done. And somebody said she's had so much filler that her face it's keeping her floating.
God.
And that's why it's not underwater. It really tickled me. But yeah, it's reminiscent of that painting as well, The Death of Ophelia.
Exactly. Yeah, like a direct reference.
Exactly, which is from Hamlet, I believe, and
It
is
sure
also
is.
the opening track.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love it. It doesn't feel like a Taylor album cover.
Totally. I agree with that. Yeah.
But I love it regardless. It's so different for her. It's
very
really
different.
Feels really exciting. Feels like, and I know like each album is obviously a separate project. This really feels like almost a concept project.
Yeah, totally.
That is a standalone, as she said. I mean, whether we believe that or not, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I love it. What's your take?
So
I've heard a lot of people don't like it, so I'm curious to.
Oh, really? See, I just see people ranting, raving about it.
See, I've seen a lot of the opposite.
Interesting. So here's the thing. I don't hate it. I love the reference. I love what she talked about in the episode where she says, she was like, this album is about, behind the scenes of the Eras tour. I wrote it on the Europe leg of the Eras tour. And every night, I would get into the bath and I would scrub away the hard work and realize I have to do this again, but I'm done for tonight.
Yes.
And the direct reference to, the death of Ophelia. And I love that so much. And I love the colors so much, like the green and the silver and the orange of the text on the album cover. I love, 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 love all of that. My issue comes with the framing of her face.
Right.
Number one, the light, because you can see reflection of the light that obviously the camera used to light her in this bathtub.
Yeah.
It frames her face, in my opinion, in such an unflattering way that it looks, she doesn't look like herself. Right. And maybe that's part of the makeup too, because I agree, it's very different than what we normally see from her.
The fella.
So what I'm hoping,
I'm not shading anybody who has that, by the way. I've had my lips done in the past, so
yeah, I think it frames the face really weird. I think it's the tilt of her head. So I am hoping that there's another bath shot that I'm like, oh, this is the one, because
I see.
For example, like the cover of Speak Now Taylor's version, I'm not all that thrilled by, but there's an outtake photo from that same exact shoot, same dress, everything, where I'm like, this should have been the album cover. So I'm hoping that there's a bath shot in there that I'm like, this should have been it.
Yeah, there will be. It's like with Reputation.
And it could grow on me. Who knows?
I wasn't a fan of the cover of Reputation.
Oh.
But I liked the one, where she's covering her eyes slightly.
Yes.
So to me, that's the cover of Reputation.
Same. I've got an edit of that one.
Yeah, exactly. So there'll be more.
There'll be more.
There'll be other options that you can use to edit down.
Exactly. But that's not to say I don't love it. I do. I think I agree with everything that you said as far as like it's so different for her. It doesn't even feel like an album cover from Taylor Swift. It's so different. It's so cool. It's just I wish that I wasn't so particular, I guess. And maybe it'll grow on me. And that's not to say it can't grow on me either. But yeah, so I do love it, but with like an asterisk.
Yeah. It reminds me very much of as well. Have you ever seen The Shining?
Bits and pieces, yes.
Yeah, so the bit, you've probably seen it in when he goes into room 237 and there's the bathroom. And that bathroom is all very like Art Deco and mint green.
Mm-hmm.
It reminds me of that, like she's in that bathtub. And of course the famous carpet outside is all like browns and oranges. So it's all very
True.
that kind of Art Deco era, which
Hmm.
I adore.
Yeah, that's great. Okay. Anything to make it a horror reference, I'm into.
Oh yeah, that's it. It gives me complete like she could be the late. Sorry, spoilers if you haven't watched The Shining, but it was filmed in the 70s. So, but she looks like she could be the lady that is in the bathtub in room 247. And of course, that lady is a dead lady who attacks. Ooh.
Okay, I like it.
So yeah, it gives me horror as well, which again,
It's got me looking at it a little. I'm looking at it now as we talk. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at it a little differently. I did make a little, very little edit. I edited out the light of the water around her face, and it makes me like
yeah,
it a little bit more.
okay, good.
So, but you can obviously still tell that it's water around her face, and I'm like, see, that looks so much better to me.
Particularly with the jagged edges as well. Of
Don't get me started on the jagged edges. I love that
oh,
collage fucking stapling that she did on it. It's
mm,
god.
it's very kind of like broken mirror-esque. Very, I mean, very mirrorball.
Yeah, totally.
And that's what she was on the Eras tour. She was the mirrorball from Folklore, and we were all watching her.
Yeah, for sure.
And she broke into a million pieces because she went through, personal hardships during that tour as well, and she just kept going, as she does in that song.
Yeah.
There's just so much. This is what I mean. This is what I love about it. It really feels thought out and artful, like the most arty she's probably ever been.
Oh, yeah, totally. Yeah, because it is. It's really it's a conversation piece. I mean, obviously, here we are having different views on it. Like but like the layers. That's what I fucking love is the layers to that picture.
And what do you think of her makeup as well? Because it's so different for her.
It's okay. I actually would have loved to see maybe an orange lip even instead of the pink.
I love pink. That's
and I love pink, but or
and her in lip gloss as well, because she's usually got matte.
True.
Matte. It's just so different to see her like this. I love it. I'm going to be buying that lip gloss as soon as.
Oh, I'm sure you will be. I would expect nothing less. But yeah, it's so different for her, and I really like that she is going in this direction. It's great to see.
Yeah.
So then Tracklist, or do we want to do the deluxe variant since we're talking about photos anyway?
Let's do the variants.
Okay, so I have them all listed. They all have names and color attachments. So that's why I was like earlier, I was like, this is confirmed straight from the website.
Okay.
So they, like I said, all the deluxe variants. There's 4, but one of them is the standard album cover. So the one we just discussed, but it just comes with extra shit. So that version of the album, the one with the standard album cover, but with, all the deluxe edition stuff is called the Orange Glitter Sweat and Vanilla Perfume Edition.
Love that.
So that's like the orange variant, but it's like sweat and vanilla perfume. Then we have because I'm going in the order that she posted for reference. So the next variant, which has a brand new cover, is called the Red Glitter It's Frightening Edition. And this is the one of her on the theater seats, climbing over the theater seats.
Yes.
So that is the Red Glitter It's Frightening Edition. And it's so, I don't know, there's something, I love that one. It's very Reputation. I'm sorry, but it's very Reputation.
It's Reputation meets Chicago.
Chicago as fuck. Thank you, yes. It's very, come on, babe, we're going to start the show and all that jazz.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, amazing. 10 out of 10. The lighting is also so striking to me. The red seats, and she's like lit up in like almost a yellow tint.
Yeah.
It's like orangey, but it's yellowy. It's so cool. I love it.
When I first saw it on first glance, because she's got the fishnets, and I think it was just the way it was showing on my phone, I was like, girl, you need to shave your legs. But then I realized it was fishnet tights, so I'm like, you're fine.
Yeah.
But I was like, good for you, make a statement.
It looks what's that movie with is Nev Campbell in that movie? Is it Wild Things, the pool scene where they come out of the pool scene with the slick wet hair? It's very that, and that makes me, I'm very gay, but I don't know. It does something to me. It's so hot. The variants are so hot.
I love that it's also got like the jagged edges as well.
Again.
Some of them look like people are holding out, like there's hands on them with some of them. Like people are holding out like for her to sign.
Yes, it's almost like the audience caving in on her, like crowding her. Yeah, it's so cool. And then next is the purple glitter It's Rapturous variant, which is the green one, even though it's the purple glitter.
She-Hulk, yeah.
She-Hulk, This one has her more, she's lit in green. The title of the album is in purple glitter. She's wearing a very showgirl outfit. She's got feathers on. She's got a Velma Kelly wig on. Again, the Chicago reference.
Yeah.
And she's got her hands on her face with her pinkies alongside her nose, which is, I'm sorry, it's a direct reference to that shot in Reputation. I mean, I just can't ignore it.
I mean, it's photographed by the exact same people, so yeah, it is.
And okay, the black wig, the dark red nails, the dark red lip with the green. I love the color story of this one. Like the red, the black, the green, the purple. It's so Halloween somehow. And I love it so much.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about that one.
It's the most Reputation-esque one of the lot. It's my second, like the original is my favorite. This is my second favorite.
Oh, really? Look at you in the greens. Who would have guessed? It's amazing, and I love that nod to Reputation, obviously. And then we get to the final variant, which is called the Silver Glitter It's Beautiful Edition.
Yes. I was going to say, do you need a moment?
I need to hit the showers. I can't deal with how cunty this photo is. Okay, so Taylor's in, it might be the same showgirl outfit that we see on the standard cover. It looks very similar, obviously without the headpiece.
Different because it doesn't have that section on the body. Yeah, I think it's different.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, I see what you mean. But it's very similar. And she's looking at the camera, and she's got her light orange glitter nails. They might be silver. I can't tell. They look orange to me though. As I zoom in, and she's got her nail in her mouth, like biting it, looking at the camera, serving hips and legs. There's a jagged piece that zooms in on the mouth and doubles that underneath the of Life of a Showgirl title. It's this orangey background, like knotted curtain background. I simply I'm just a man, and the reaction to this picture is because I am just a man. Like, I can't deal with it. It's so hot.
You will be getting the vinyl version of this when it comes out.
Oh, don't say that. I will. But it does something to me. I simply can't speak. This is the one for me. I love this photo. I don't have any words. And even how like at the top of the curtain or whatever she's behind kind of sidewinds like a snake at the top.
Yeah, it does completely.
I'm sorry. It's just me moaning about it and groaning and gooning to this picture. I can't get over it. It's so hot. It's the
one that sold out here.
I figured. Like, you want to talk about never seeing a Taylor Swift album cover like the standard? This shit, to me, I'm like, I never in a million fucking years thought I would see Taylor like this.
Yeah.
On an album variant cover, no less.
The side boob?
Right! And like, look at her fucking hips. Oh my god. I just can't. Like, if Princess Leia was a showgirl, here you go.
Yeah.
Like,
I'd love it if she'd had her hair braided.
If she did, it would have been over.
It would have been over for me, yeah. Yeah. Because I am a bitch for braids. The only thing I don't like about it is the hair.
Really?
It doesn't feel lustrous enough for me. It looks like my hair, which is perimenopausal and needs a good deep conditioning mask.
Damn!
Tidy your ends up. If you're going to have a photo shoot as a showgirl, like, I don't know, like the hair to me doesn't scream glamorous.
Interesting.
And I just think,
See, I think the reason it doesn't bother me...
unpopular,
no, that's fair. I think the reason it doesn't bother me is I took it as like this is after the show, and she's like, oh, I'm so exhausted, and like she sees someone has a camera, and she's like, well, one more picture, and then that's when she takes it. So I'm just like,
do you know, I'm going to look
oof.
at that. I'm going to look at it that exact way. Thank you. You helped me.
See, we helped each other with different covers.
We did. We did.
So yeah, I think it's so cool. Again, the jagged pieces, like the attention to detail to do that, and all of these jagged pieces, which are they on all of them? Let me double check.
I think so.
No, they're on all of them, but I don't know if they're all. Okay, they're not. In this cover, at least, they're all pointing towards Taylor, which I think is an interesting detail. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not.
Yeah, there's less of the. Oh no, I can see them now. I can see. Yeah, they are on all of them, but they're more jagged looking on.
And in different ones, they have different like pieces. Like this one for the It's Beautiful one is all triangles, except for the mouth cutout. And then like on the standard edition, they're more square and rectangle.
Yeah.
And some triangle, but like there's different stuff going on. Like there's a rhombus one on the fucking red one. So like there's different. Each one has like a different like little take on the jagged pieces, even though they all have them.
Yeah.
So I just think that's so cool. And yeah, like fucking killed it with this photo shoot, and we know why, because it's the same people who did Rep. So
yes. Oh, no, they are all sold out in the UK. I've just looked.
Really?
Well, all the variants, not the original, not the Sweat and Vanilla.
Oh, okay.
But
yeah, when I looked earlier before we recorded, all of them were sold out except for the original. But now I checked before I came home, and the Sweat and Vanilla one was sold out too. So I was like, well, damn, okay.
Yeah. I mean, if we know anything from Taylor, they'll be back in time. For,
yeah. If you didn't
if
grab it
hasn't bought
now,
them, don't panic, because we've done this many times.
Yeah, they always come back at least once.
Yeah, they do. And some you can still buy them afterwards anyway. Like I've gone into record shops here in the UK, and you can buy the variants there still. The 1989 ones are still available in there.
Oh, really?
Mm.
I wish I'd gotten the pink one, but that's okay. Maybe one day I'll get it secondhand or whatever. It's not a huge priority for me, especially now that Taylor said, throw your Taylor's versions in the toilet, you dumb bitches. But
I know. She's like, well, that was embarrassing. I didn't need to do that, did I?
Which I will give her credit. In the episode, she like really ranted and raved about how important the re-recordings were to her, and thanking the fans and the people who helped her make them and stuff like that. And Jason was like, so which ones should I listen to, or does it not matter? She's like, you can listen to both if you want. She's like, it's up to you. She was like, because they're both mine, so you can pick whichever one you want.
Yeah.
And of course Travis was like, I like to put like to mix them up, make a playlist of some that are original, some that are the Taylor's versions. And she was like, really? And he's like, yeah. She's like, oh, so that was that spike in the 35 male demographic. Got it. Thank you. And I was like, no, Taylor, that was me. But
yes.
Anyway, so that's the variants. Because of course, it doesn't stop there, because we also got the full fucking track list. Which is crazy, because normally she waits for the track list.
Yeah.
To get the album cover, all the variants, and the track list all in one swoop?
Well, it had leaked, hadn't it, the day before, so...
It did.
She was probably like, fuck it, let's do that as well. But I think she kind of probably planned to.
I think she planned to do it anyway. I do too. Yeah. So we're going to spend some time on this, obviously, because the track list it's a lot. It's really fucking cool. And then, of course, at the end, we'll talk about, which ones we're most excited for, per tradition. But let's roll through this track list. All right. So track 1, we've got The Fate of Ophelia. Yeah. The fact that she starts the album like this and the standard album cover is that direct reference to the death of Ophelia is amazing. Artistry. Just beautiful. Love it. Track 2, which for those who don't know, track 2 is usually a single at some point in the Taylor Swift discography, and I'm very interested if this one's gonna be a single because of the title, which is Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Track 3, Opalite, which I love that because Opalite's a gemstone, and as a Sailor Moon fan, anything gemstone related, I'm like, you've got my bitch ass. Thank you so much for this. Yeah. Track 4, Father Figure. I know. Track 5, R.I.P. to the eldest daughters in the world, because track 5 is called Eldest Daughter, and I saw people being like, oh, so I'm the eldest daughter, and the track 5 of the newest Taylor Swift album is Eldest Daughter, so she wants me dead. Got it. I'm not the eldest daughter, but I am the eldest son, so I can at least relate to that part.
Oh God! I'm the only daughter, and I'm the youngest. But I'm the younger. Like my brother's the eldest, but am I also therefore an eldest daughter? Because there's nobody that.
Oh,
came
I see what you
after me.
mean. Yeah. So you are an eldest daughter.
I'm the eldest daughter because I'm the only daughter.
Exactly.
The eldest and the youngest.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Track 6, Ruin the Friendship, which I think is particularly interesting because Demi Lovato has a song called Ruin the Friendship.
She does. Yes. I thought as soon as I saw it, I was like,
Me
hi,
too.
Demi.
Yes, same. I was like, Demi's pissed. Track 7, Actually Romantic. Track 8, Wish List, with the S's as dollar signs.
Nice.
I was like, well, Kesha's here.
Capitalist queen.
Yeah, capitalist queen.
Love her.
Yeah. Track 9, Wood, as in WOOD.
That threw me, that one.
Oh, don't get me started. Track, can I count? 10? Yeah. Track 10, Cancelled.
Yeah.
Stylized in all caps and an exclamation point. Very slut energy.
Very.
Track 11. God, I'm having trouble counting. Track 11 is Honey, which, of course, my first thought was Halsey has a song called Honey, and I'm pretty sure it's also track 11. So I was like, R.I.P. Halsey, she's pissed. And then the final track, track 12, the title track, The Life of a Showgirl, with our little baby, Sabrina Carpenter. I mean, we're getting a brand new Sabrina and a brand new Taylor album this year. Can you imagine? Can you believe?
No, because
and we're getting a collab.
Us back in January, like lamenting the fact that this was going to be a dry fucking year.
I know, for music.
And we've had nothing but
nothing but absolute just bangers.
Yeah, but we genuinely in January we were like, well, this year's going to be about movies and books because it's going to be much happening music wise. Egg on our faces.
I know, for real. Maybe Taylor does listen to the podcast and she's like, you know what? Just because of that, I'm in the studio now. Just because you said this year's going to be about movies, I'm about to fuck your life up. So, yeah, these titles, like, what are you feeling? What do you think?
I want to slit my own throat for track 4, Father Figure, because...
Yeah.
Because I've heard rumour that apparently George Michael's credited.
I have also heard the same rumour.
As writer. And...
R.I.P.
R.I.P., yeah. And that album was so important to me when I was younger. I, like, specifically remember, I think when it came out, the album, George Michael album, Faith, by the way. I think it came out when I was 11.
What album? Faith, you said?
Faith, yeah, that's the name of the album. And I think Father Figure was track 2. And I remember my father figure. Actually, no, he was no father. My dad had it, and I just sat in his house listening to it on repeat. We were on holiday over there, and I listened to it on repeat. No skips album. It's amazing. If she has done a version of it like with different lyrics, but with that like famous chorus, yeah, you're R.I.P. me. I'll be meeting George.
I'll be picking you up off the floor. Yeah, because you had brought it up when we saw that there was rumors circulating that George Michael was credited on the song. You had mentioned like if she was going to do brand new verses and keep the do her own, quote unquote cover of the chorus. I was like, oh no. She just
even if it's just sampled in the intro or something, like just run me over with a car. I'm ready to go. That will end me.
100%.
That's my initial thought about that one. But then generally, all in all, I really love titles. There are, well, I mean, which one's stuck out to you first and foremost?
Well, I would be remiss if I didn't talk about this, but we talked about it a lot with Tortured Poets, but like name titles. So we have two in this one. We've got The Fate of Ophelia and Elizabeth Taylor. My concern is that not concern, but you know what I mean, is that Elizabeth Taylor, it's giving Clara Bow energy, because it's like
American Dynasty.
Yeah, it's giving that vein, and it being placed at track 2 gives me high hopes that it's like gonna be, well, Travis on the podcast said, he was like, it's 12 bangers back to back, and Taylor was like you said, all bangers. So like even Taylor's claiming, she was like, everyone is a fucking hit. So that gives me a little bit of hope. But initial thoughts, the title Elizabeth Taylor makes me think slow pace, makes me think you look like Elizabeth Taylor. So like I'm just like, okay. I will say the Fate of Ophelia one does not bother me at all. I guess because it is a name title, but it's also not, and it's like a direct link to literature. So somehow, I don't know, my brain doesn't compute that it's like actually a name title. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah, true.
So, but that was like my initial thoughts, and I was like, oh, we've got name titles again, and Elizabeth Taylor. So she has already referenced Elizabeth Taylor on what album? You guessed it, Reputation. So the nods to Reputation we'll get to in a minute, but like, it's so interesting that Elizabeth Taylor is gonna be a Taylor Swift song. Like, that's crazy to me.
I mean, we already know that the producers, it's solely Max Martin and Shellback. Like, there's no Sneaky Jack thrown in there.
Nope.
It's Max, Shellback, and her. I truly, and she said that this is a standalone. It's going to sort of represent, my time during the Eras tour. I think we are genuinely just looking at straight up kind of just Reputation-esque bangers.
Totally.
Like pop.
Yep. I have to agree.
No, the only dip that there might be is something like maybe Honey. I can't imagine Honey not being maybe The Life of a Showgirl is more reflective.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's going to be Life of a Showgirl. Yeah.
But the rest, I think it's going to be pretty much high energy.
Yeah, agree. Yeah, this is such an interesting track list to me, because everything is either, for them, obviously there are exceptions, but everything's either a 1-word or 2-word title. So, I mean, there's a lot of that on the album. We've got Elizabeth Taylor, Opalite, Father Figure, Eldest Daughter, Actually Romantic, Wishlist, Would, Canceled, Honey. Like, so almost, 3/4 of the album are 1 or 2 words. So I'm just like, she is keeping this tight. She's keeping it crisp. She's to the fucking point, which I think reflects on the jaggedness of the album.
Oh yeah, I'm looking at the back cover with the track list on now. This is just giving dark,
love the back
pop,
cover,
dark pop heaven.
And today, in preparation for this podcast, and because I was just in that mood thinking about Showgirl and everything, I was like, it's a Reputation day. Let me listen to Reputation, and I was listening to it, and I was like, if we get something like this dark synth soundscape again, or like, maybe elevated, like she keeps saying, it's like this is elevated to the nth degree. I don't know that I'm gonna survive it. I really don't.
Did she say? Because I saw somebody on TikTok on old tickers talking about how Max Martin or Shellback had said to her that they loved folklore and they loved the writing in folklore. So it's going to be like Reputation-esque with folklore lyrics. Is that correct?
Yeah. She did say this. She said that she wanted to be as proud of this album going in when she made the decision that she was going to make this album. She said she wanted to be as proud of it as proud of it as she was of the Eras tour. And Max and Shellback were like, "Do you have any idea how much pressure that is?" And she was like, "I do, but we can do this. I know we can do this." And she's like, "This is the album I've been wanting to make for years," which makes me think that again is a nod to Reputation, because that
Karma.
album and Karma, exactly. So her
I've come with the whole orange aesthetic.
Showgirl absorbed Karma in the womb.
It did.
But she did say that. She said that, you know, she was like, Max and Shellback were very, you know, like, oh, this is a lot of pressure. And she was like, we can do this, we can do this, we can bang this out. And she was like, this is the most proud I've ever been of an album, which I feel like she always says that. And, you know, she was like, we were talking, and Max was like, I love folklore. I love that you told stories. And he's like, and I don't want, just because this is a banger of a fucking album, I don't want to lose the lyricism and storytelling. And she was like,
Nice.
so that's what we did. We combined the two. And I was like, girl, you're really hype. And she even said, she was like, I know I'm hyping this album, but it's because that's how much I fucking love it. And I was like, oh God. I was like, don't do this to me, Taylor. I can't handle it. Oh God, we're done for. I mean, it's gonna be good. But we didn't say this. It's coming out soon, bitch. It's coming out soon. It comes out October 3rd, because 10 and 3 makes 13, because to quote her herself, yes, I am still annoying. So October 3rd, like I have so much to say about the rep of it all.
Yeah.
But before we do that, are there 3 or more, if there's more, because again, this is super fresh, tracks that you are like claiming, looking at, and what have you got your eyes on? What tracks do you have your eyes on?
I mean, obviously Father Figure.
Yeah, I figured.
Honey, I don't know why, but it's just reaching for me.
Okay.
And I think going by title alone, probably The Fate of Ophelia.
Okay. I like.
And then I love the sound of, I love the sound of all of them. The only one that I'm hesitant about, like you, is Elizabeth Taylor.
Yeah, that's the one I'm most apprehensive about, for sure.
And I'm also a bit apprehensive about Ruin the Friendship.
Yeah.
But the rest of them, but yeah, they're my kind of like 3 that I'm drawn towards.
Okay.
Just looking at the titles alone.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
Yeah, God, it's so hard to pick, but on first, like, these are the ones I'm like most feral for. Opalite, because again, Gemstone, I'm ready. Give me the Opalite. Wood, actually. I am so intrigued by a Taylor Swift song called Wood.
Yeah, like what is it?
Because of course my first thought was, do I give you wood?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Because I mean, you know, she's inspired by what's happening in her life. She's with Travis, and something as simple as "Do I give you wood" makes sense to me.
Yeah, true.
Because I can't imagine she's like, I love it when you chop wood. She could.
One of it's just like, you give good wood.
Stop. Do you know how much I will lose my shit if she says that? But yeah, to me, it seems very horny, very guilty as sin to me.
It does. Yeah, to me too. It does to me too.
That has me feral.
But the title alone doesn't feel fitting with the album, so that makes it more intriguing.
You know what? Yeah, totally. I get that. And then Cancelled, because it's in all caps and exclamation point. I did see someone say that, so Cancelled is going to sound like what we thought Slut was going to sound like. And I was like, bitch, don't do this to me.
Yeah, because,
Yeah, so... Yeah, let's talk about some of this rep shit, because it needs to be broken down. We could do a dissertation on it, but it is crazy to me that the rep nods, and we've talked about a couple of them already, but this is the first album that Taylor has worked on with Max and Shellback since Reputation. I mean, we can't gloss over that, because it just seems, especially hearing her talk about it in her own words, it just seemed very deliberate to touch on as many times as she referenced it.
Yeah.
And she, of course, goes out of her way to say that these are the same photographers, like you had said, that worked on Reputation with her. And she was like, I haven't felt this way about a photo shoot since Reputation's photo shoot. And I'm like, bitch, you are doing things to me as rep stands. You're really trying to kill us with this. We already talked about how the Raptuous edition is very rep with the finger things. I want to talk about the jagged pieces that are on all the variant album works, because my first thought was Reputation, because if you open the Reputation, the physical CD, the CD itself is a picture of Taylor's eyes and all these jagged pieces, like a broken mirror, like you had said earlier. And I was like, bitch, like we've got the finger, the hands through the finger, or the face through the fingers picture. We've got the jagged edges referencing the jagged pieces of the rep physical disc itself. We've got the photo shoot. We've got Max and Shellback returning.
We've got orange.
We've got orange. We've got the fact that, let's even break it down even further. This is the first time in Taylor Swift history, okay, since Reputation, that Taylor Swift has released a brand new album on an odd number year. Reputation was 2017. It's the only odd number one until Showgirl comes out in 2025.
Oh, yeah.
It is the only brand new album.
Reputation's sister. I feel like this is Karma, the lost album.
Oh, wait, I'm a fucking liar. Lover came out in 2019.
Let's just...
You're right. Yeah, so it's the only one. Anyway, we just can't ignore, she is really pushing the rep of it all. And I know a lot of people could say, well, she's just explaining the truth. She worked with Max and Shellback.
Yeah.
She used the same photographers, blah, blah, blah. But she said so many times in that fucking interview on New Heights, she was like, I like to have intention behind everything that I do. So what was the intention behind bringing back Max and Shellback? Was it because you were working on the rep vaults and they had a hand in writing some of those songs, and you were like, hey, you know what? Let's table this vaults and let's do a brand new album.
Maybe she was working on the vaults and she got re-inspired.
I think that's what happened. I really do. And for her to use like either the photographer or her, maybe it was a collaboration, whatever, to go into the photo shoots and do like that picture of her in the Rapturous picture with her face and her fingers like that seems so intentional that I'm like, why is that? Is that because after we get Showgirl, we're finally getting the rep vault? Are we already hinting at the next project that's coming out?
Yeah.
Because people were talking about how during the intro, Jason intros Taylor with like, you know, her accolades and blah, 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 blah. And she was like, wow, you really went on for 47 seconds. A very specific number. She talks about numerology in the video and how much she loves that and stuff like that. Another reference she says is she's talking about, you know, becoming a fan of football through Travis. And she's like, I'm not ready to be an analyst yet, but give me 16 months.
Yeah.
Again, these feel very intentional, very deliberate. So again, are we getting like, I don't know, let's say in 47 weeks or in 16 months, are we getting Reputation vault tracks?
Yeah.
Because she's going to be coming off the heels of Max and Shellback doing Showgirl, being part of Showgirl. And I mean, to me, that would just make sense. Like, yeah, it reignited this love. Here's rep, or at least here's the vaults, whatever. So, it just has me so fucking excited. And another thing that she said that was she double and tripled down on talking about this in the interview. She talks about how she wanted to challenge herself and make this its own body of work with no extras, no add-ons. She was like, let me say this, there's not going to be a 3 a.m. edition. There's not going to be any bonus tracks. She was like, there are no more songs. She was like, I wanted to challenge myself to not tack on anything else other than this standalone project. And she was like, and write about, you know, these are 12 moments from my life and these songs are those 12 moments. And I was like, oh, she's like, someone said, she was like, so they're being ungrateful for a 31 track album, right? Never doing that again. And I was like, no. I was like, don't do that, Taylor. But I think it's interesting that she's like, yeah, there are no bonus tracks. Also, if you want another rep nod, it's going to be the first album since Reputation with no deluxe edition. So let's just say that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I mean, you can, again, with the rep references are crazy.
Yeah, the
references, exactly. So we both have theories to share with each other.
Yes.
That we have not even told each other what they're about.
No.
So this is exciting. But I think that in the interview, she told us the name of TS13 already.
Oh my God.
That little gasp.
I just have to tell you this. I don't know if you've picked
Tell
up
me.
on this. I saw a TikTok.
Mhm.
So when it's released, have you heard about the plaid theory?
Plaid. I don't remember anything about plaid off the top of my head, no.
So do you remember she was oh, Siri, no, go away. Do you remember she was she went through that stage of wearing a lot of plaid?
I do, yes.
On the 12th, I may have to double check this.
Okay.
But I think it was the 12th of October last year. But I will have to double check. It was the 12th of something. It was the 12th that she wore it on the 12th day of one of the months. October is my guess. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
This is a guess. Is when she wore that orange and green plaid. Do you remember the one that I didn't like? And it was plaid. The main colors were orange and green, but it had like a sort of pinky red in there. It had silver. Do you remember that outfit?
I do. I'm looking it up right now just to... Oh, yes. This one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's showing me more, but I do see. I think so.
Yeah. So I think that was like the first... That was like the starter.
Yeah, this says August 12th, 2024. Mint orange plaid outfit.
Right, there you go. August the 12th. Oh, yeah. When you did the announcement.
Yeah, she did the announcement exactly a year later.
Exactly a year later. The release date is the first Friday in October. The first Friday in October is National Plaid Day.
Shut the fuck up. I love her so much. She's so extra.
And it's also World Boyfriend Day.
Oh, that's so cute.
So there you go.
I love it. And people say her outfits don't mean anything. Okay, girl.
Yeah,
explain this. Exhibit A.
They're like, oh, let me hand you a limbo. You can bend a little bit further for that one. Like, well, why then, a year ago, did she wear a plaid outfit with the exact colours of each variant? Tell us that.
Exactly. Make it make sense. Oh, that's so cool. I love that.
No.
But yeah.
Tell me more.
So TS13, we know that her 13th album is going to be a big deal because her number is 13. We know it's going to be, you know, it's something we've been looking forward to since, well, I won't speak for anyone else, but ever since I found out she had a love of the number 13, I was like, God, I wonder what album 13 is going to be like. So we've been, you know, gearing up for this for years. And there was a portion in the interview where Taylor was talking about numerology, and she was like the significance of, you know, dates, and she was like, and Jason was like, what's numerology? And I was like, oh, Jason, never change from your himbo status. I'll live. Travis was like, well, how I'm 87 and she's 13.
Yeah.
And he was like, so it's just numbers. And Travis was like, which makes 100. And she was like, right, 87 plus 13 is 100. That's numerology. She was like, when numbers lead to a specific point, she was like, that's numerology. And so he was like, oh, okay, and blah 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 blah. And they talked about it, and Jason was like, well, you know, my favorite number just so happens to be 13. And she was like, I know. And she was like, and that's part of the numerology of why me and Travis are together, is because he's always had 13 in his life. And Travis was like, I've always had like this affliction of like people who like the number 13. Like I've always had someone in my life who loves the number 13, whether it's Jason or somebody else or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, and she was like, yeah, she was like, Jason was talking about like, you know, he's like, you know, people are usually fearful of the number 13. And I was like, I wanted to go against the grain and be like, well, I'm going to love 13 then. And she was like, yeah, you're being contrarian, which I was like, she just wanted to say that fucking word. But she was like, I love that for you. And he was like, is there an opposite of the fear of 13? And she was like, well, yeah. She was like, I think it's called, and she was like, blah, blah, blah. She was like, that's the fear of 13. And she was like, and then she looked it up and she was like, yeah. She was like, triskaidekaphilia is the love of the number 13. I think TS13 is going to be called triskaidekaphilia.
Ophelia.
I just realized that. Ophelia. Shit! What other connection? I wish I could leave the silence in right there because we were both just so silent about that.
My mouth is agape.
So, well, that backs up my theory that her 13th album is going to be called Triskaidekaphilia.
It's Triska. It doesn't it sound like Death of Ophelia?
It does
Triska
kind of.
Ophelia.
Death of Ophelia.
The Death of a Showgirl. I swear, Death of a Showgirl is going to come in at some point. This is my theory. Death of a Showgirl will be TS13.
Well, hell, it spells. I mean, Triska Ophelia kind of spells out the death of Ophelia anyway, so that makes sense. Oh my god, that's so good.
It's crazy.
Wow, just wow.
Gosh.
So yeah, that's my theory, is that we already
read Hamlet. We're gonna have to read Hamlet. But
I'll just put on the Lion King.
I've seen Hamlet as well. I saw it, years ago when Benedict Cumberbatch played Hamlet.
Oh, nice.
I don't remember a damn thing about it.
Yeah, I know we read it in school, but that was a long time ago. But yeah, I just wanted to say, I think we already have the title of TS13, because if we know anything about album lifespans, even though she just announced TS12, we know she's already got her feelers in 13. So
I like that. Yeah,
she already talked about Easter eggs, and she was like, she talked about how the entire commencement speech for when she got her honorary doctorate was all just filled with Midnight's lyrics.
Yeah.
She was like, that was like my favorite one. And so for this interview, like, that's why I'm honing in on every fucking thing she says, because I'm like, I'm gonna find this. And I think I found 13, the 13th album.
She said as well that she's always been intentional what she does.
Yeah,
so.
Exactly. So anyway, what's your theory?
Mine's just more Delulu. I think that that TS13 might be coming sooner than we think. Perhaps in a year.
Perhaps in 16 months even, like she said.
Yeah, perhaps in 16 months. I feel like it might be a sort of a sister album of this one, and potentially, hopefully, called The Death of a Showgirl. It would be more kind of like somber, but it may be the one that either contains the Rep Vaults, or maybe this one could contain the Rep Vault tracks at some point. And I'm only thinking this because somebody pointed out, so the I Can See You music video. Let me send you this picture. Look at the color of the vault. Should I say colors?
Oh shit, orange and mint green, or orange and green, I guess you say, but holy shit. Yeah,
but it's the colors, isn't it?
That's
hold it next to the album. It's the colors of Showgirl.
Fuck.
And that's a vault, and that's where she was hiding in the vault. And it just makes me think there's either going to be, I just feel like Death of a Showgirl might be out there somewhere. Okay. And it could be, people are commenting about the fact that it's strange that she hasn't done an album with Jack or Aaron. So maybe it could be, I know there's going to be plenty of people celebrating that fact that she's not done anything with Jack. Oh
yeah, I'm kind of sad, but I'm
kind of, yeah.
I'm sad because I'm not someone who hates Jack's production. I think there's a reason he's so sought after. Like, he's a good fucking music producer. So I'm kind of sad to see him not on here. However, I am very excited to see a Max and Shellback complete focused project.
Yeah.
So
do you know what this gives me? This gives me If You Can't Have Love.
Don't
have power. This is what this is giving me. Like that kind of standalone, solely produced by like these producers, nobody else. There's going to be no extras. This is it kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's the kind of pattern, the vibe I'm getting from this. On this album.
Fuck.
So yeah, maybe TS13 could potentially be Death of a Showgirl. It could be more reflective, more Aaron and Jack. It could contain the Rep Vaults. Maybe, I don't know. This is just stuff that's going on in my head. I need more time to cook and think, because that's what we love to do.
It is, because we were talking about, before the interview came out, we were talking about how I was like, I really want it to be called The Life and Death of a Showgirl, and to have those bonus tracks. I was like, if the full edition is called The Life and Death of a Showgirl, I'm gonna lose my fucking shit. But then when she said, there's no extra songs, don't look for it, there's no 3 a.m. edition, it's not gonna happen. Part of me is like, are you lying? Are you lying?
We've for so long that we can't help it.
Yeah. In my heart of heart, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think there's going to be any extras. But
I agree. I think we need to enjoy this for what it is.
Yeah, but oh my god, when I tell you I want the life and death of a showgirl so bad.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah.
Or just a sister album, Death of a
Or just a
Showgirl.
sister album. Yeah, I would take that. That would be so good. And that's not to say
Like,
that like she couldn't change her mind. Like let's say Showgirl comes out and everyone loves it. Obviously we will be obsessed with it. And let's say, a couple months later, I don't know, March. Let's say March. She's inspired by the response, and she's like, well, it's been long enough. It's been a standalone project for a while. Let's tack some on now. That's not to say that couldn't happen.
There's also something poetic about it not having anything in it.
Totally, yeah.
It just being a standalone like Reputation was.
And that's what makes me feel like this album's going to be so special because, I mean, don't get me wrong, like when Reputation came out, we weren't like, where's the deluxe? Like we weren't, I mean, 1989 had a deluxe like immediately after, but she had just said, yeah, there's no deluxe. So we weren't like, the Taylor's version of it all wasn't a thing yet. So we weren't like, oh, well, there's obviously going to be something or blah, blah, blah. She hadn't built us up in that way yet. So when Reputation came out, those of us who didn't abandon her in the 1989 era were like, that's why that album felt so special. That's why Reputation, especially the tour, felt so unlike anything I've ever experienced because it didn't have a deluxe edition, because it was a standalone, because she didn't interview it, because it just felt so contained. And that's what Showgirl is giving, and that makes me nervous for my mental health.
This is why I am in my head, and I'm sure a lot of people are thinking this. This is why I'm feeling like this is the karma of it all. That's what this is. This is the lost album, reimagined, reborn.
Yeah, for sure.
But let's talk about the emoji.
Okay,
the emoji
let's talk about it.
She's using, because she is
touched
not
on it a
using
little
the
bit.
orange. She's not using the orange emoji, which is what everybody thought.
Right.
She's using the red heart fire emoji, which makes me think immediately the rap track fire. Do you know what I mean? You can't help it.
Mm-hmm.
After
totally.
that thought flashed through your head. But yeah, what do you think about that choice? What do you think?
So when I first saw that being posted underneath, like her label posting that underneath Taylor Nation's post, I was like, it's the Rep Vaults. Because like you said, my first instinct was the Rep Vault tracks are fire. She said that in the Time magazine article. I was like, it's fucking Rep. We're going down. Call off of work. Book the padded room. I'm done. I was like, I'm not going to survive this.
I've already booked the third off work, by the way.
So have I.
Of course.
So have I. That was the first fucking thing that I did. I booked the day off work. I was like, God, sorry.
I know. No one at work's clicked yet. They haven't worked it out, but they will.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Is someone going to come up to me and be like, so why are you taking this day? Don't worry about it. Mind your business. But yeah, so what I find even more fascinating is once we found out it was in reference to Life of a Showgirl, the reason I find it so interesting of a choice is because in the interview, she talks about how to her, the album is orange. Like she specifically says that from her own mouth. And she's like, she was like, this, I went with orange because this album feels effervescent and bubbly. And that's what orange kind of is for me. It's just very like glittery. And she was like, it was just orange. So for her to be so specific to be like orange, 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 and not use the orange heart emoji like we are all feral to use for all her other albums, all the emoji colors or the heart emoji colors. So it's interesting that this one's not being connected to orange. It's being connected to the fire heart. It's so interesting.
Makes me think, because I'm looking at the heart emojis now. So the only ones we've got left are the orange one.
Yeah.
And then the broken heart one and the care, like the little care heart one with the bandages. And that makes me think they could be attributed to the death of the showgirl.
Ooh, interesting.
Broken heart one.
I'll delulu even further. Part of me thinks that she knows that we associate, the Rep Vaults or the lost album of Karma with orange. What if he's deliberately not? She's like saying like, this album is orange, but she's not using the emoji with it because she's like, I'm saving that shit for the Rep release.
Yeah, maybe.
Or the brand new, or like a lost album that is going to no longer be lost. And it's like, here's the orange. That's what makes me really scared. So, so exciting! I don't know if you felt this way, but like, I felt like when Taylor Nation and the record label started posting the fire heart emoji and everything, when that started to happen, like, it felt like I was a sleeper agent rewoken. Like, I was like, right, I'm reporting for fucking duty. I was like, lead to our doom. Like, I already had the phrase ready. I was like, I was good to go because, I mean, we've been in like a sort of hiatus sort of area, even though, you know, Poets is only a year and a half old at this point, that like we've been in like this lull since the Eras tour ended. And then, you know, she bought back her masters this summer. And we've just kind of been like, yeah, like cut to us like 3 podcasts ago, just being like, yeah, well, it'll happen when it happens, whatever, blah, 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 moving on to other music. And now I'm like, who was that? That version of Justin's already dead on the ground. I put 6 bullets in him, like specifically. Already buried his body out back. Anyway, back to the sleeper agent. Like, he's here now.
Yeah, exactly.
The showgirl bodyguard. I'm here.
I've just remembered something about
Tell
Ophelia.
me. Okay.
So, obviously, we know Ophelia is from Hamlet. But did you know this? Somebody dug this out. They dug out their copy of Hamlet. Ophelia. So, you know, she's been saying 47 a lot.
Okay.
Ophelia dies her death by drowning. In Act 4, Scene 7.
Fuck her. Absolutely fuck off with that.
This is why I'm talking about we need to...
we need a deep dive.
We need it. We need the cliff notes for Hamlet.
Yeah. Someone's got to be on Shakespeare Talk, going through Hamlet. We're gonna have to find that creator.
But I will happily watch. I'm gonna bring Ophelia up on Wikipedia and see if there's anything major that I can spot. But yeah, Act 4, Scene 7. Oh wait. Oh no, that's actually okay. Yeah, Act 4, Scene 7. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I need to do some reading here. Okay. I ain't gonna do it now.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, have you been seeing like the memes of seeing her in Renaissance paintings, like in the water with the standard album cover? It's been making me laugh. I think it's so funny.
I haven't seen any.
Let me see. I'm gonna send you this one. I just think it's so funny. But it's like her the standard album cover image popping out of like water of Renaissance paintings and shit. It's so funny.
Hang on, present. Oh, I love it. This is what I mean. It's such a mermaid cover, and that's, to me, that's
for sure.
Yeah, I'm all over it. I love that, and I love the like the mint green and the orange color combo as well. It's just beautiful.
Yes, it's so good.
What was the length of the album? Is 47 minutes.
Oh, that's a really good catch. That might be true. I just found something too. Something interesting someone was talking about. So the deluxe, the Sweat and Vanilla edition comes with like a little like keychain or whatever that has it's an eye with a purple iris. Yeah. And famously, Elizabeth Taylor was always told that she had purple eyes.
Oh, yes.
So there we go.
Oh, interesting. Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah. This is my favorite part of an album cycle, is like seeing these little details come out, like picking through all the onions she's giving us to peel and seeing all the different layers. Like I just feel reborn, reawakened. I'm like, oh, I almost forgot what it felt like to like go through an album release, even though it wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. It just feels, and I think like all of like the rep nods are just making me like absolutely feral for this.
Yeah, same. I'm so excited for as the week pass and people do their deep dives, and I do some little digging of my own and just find little tidbits here and there.
Yeah, it's just
I
so
saw
good.
Somebody guessing that they were saying, oh, maybe like Showgirl, maybe it's like going to be like Show Tunes album, and I thought, like, we know who the producers are.
Yeah,
we actually know that it's Max Marston and Shellback. It's not going to be Show Tunes.
It's really not. No.
Listen.
Yeah, I mean that would be cool. But like I would love for Taylor to do like a Show Tunes album. Don't get me wrong. I think that would be really fucking
I'd love it, but this is not it.
It's not going to be Showgirl. It's not going to be Showgirl.
No.
Yeah.
It's Max Barton and Shellback. We know exactly what we're getting.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's what's fun is we know like you said exactly what we're getting, and even Taylor herself claiming she's like, "Yep, it's nonstop bops." I'm like, "Oh God, I can't deal with that." Yeah. I'm just scrolling through just to see if there's anything new. Did you see the thing about the opal ring?
No, but I've just discovered something crazy.
Tell me.
Elizabeth Taylor, she married Richard Burton twice. We know this. She married him first in 1974, and then she married him in 1964, and then she married him again in 1975. She divorced him in the year I was born. But we're going to count him as one. She had altogether she had 7 husbands and 4 children.
Stop. She is crazy. She's
technically
crazy.
8. You could say she had 8 husbands because she married one of them twice, but 7 like different husbands, as in people. 4 kids, 47. That's mad.
That is crazy. Yeah, this has to do with Elizabeth Taylor too. Taylor's birthday 2 years ago. Kelly, I can't remember now who that is that gave her this ring. That gave Taylor this ring, but someone named Kelly. I forget who. Gifted Taylor a ring which was opal.
Yeah.
And Taylor said it was a gift fit for Elizabeth Taylor.
Oh, nice.
This was 2 years ago. She was already hinting at Showgirl. This.
Wow.
It's fucking nuts to see shit like this.
We've got so much more to come as well.
Yeah. Oh, I gotta send you this picture I just saw, which we didn't talk about some of the other photos, which we don't need to, but some of the other, this has one of the photos that Taylor posted in like the carousel on Instagram. One of the ones that I'm like, God, she's so fucking hot. Very vigilante shit, that picture, the chairs one. I just saw this lock screen. I gotta send it to you.
I know. That particular photo had me like spanking myself.
Someone, it's funny you say that. Someone, their caption for the photo is, "That's daddy."
Yeah, 100%. Like I bent over and I spanked myself because as a sweet little sub for Taylor, that's what I will do. That photo, with the one we're looking at, for anybody listening, is the one where she's in the really tight corset with almost like the little cat ears coming up. So vampy, and her hips on that.
Listen, I've been talking about her hips.
Pillow.
Literally, I've been talking about her hips in this photo. I'm like, God damn, her hips. And everyone's like, I was showing people at work, and they're like, I mean, okay. And I'm like, do you not understand? Do you not get that these are the hips of a fucking god?
Yeah.
Also, this is the photo. This is my edit I've made. I've made my own edit of the album already, of course. Featuring this picture, but with more glitter.
Love it. Honestly, snap my neck with those thighs.
Yeah, I want you to wrap your legs around me and swing me forward and sever my spinal cord.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, please. I'm begging. That
is the gaggiest picture of the lot.
Yeah, I saw someone, I'm sure you saw this too, but that one of the other photos that Taylor posted on Instagram was the very I don't like to say cliche, but like what you would imagine the cover of Life of a Showgirl to be. It's her with a foxtails outfit, and she looks like she's in the theater, and she's like she's showing her belly button for the first time ever. Hey, belly button reveal. And she's got her hips twisted, and she looks very much like a showgirl. That picture, people are like, this should have been the album cover. And it's like, I probably would have agreed with you if I hadn't have listened to her from her own mouth describe why she chose the album cover. And I'm like, I can't see it any other way. Like I need, that's why I want another bath picture, because I'm like, I love that concept so much.
Same. Yeah, that's way more arty than the one. Not that she doesn't look a main course, but to me, the bath one is just no.
It's the one.
That's the one.
Anyway, we've still got things to look forward to. We don't know the track lengths. We have no idea what the lengths of the tracks are. That's going to be fun to discover. God, it's so weird to wrap my head around the fact that not only do we have the track list, we don't have to like speculate or wait for rumors to come in of who's the producers of the album of any of the tracks. Like we already know this. It's so weird to have all of this information up fucking front.
Oh, I know, but I love that.
I do too. It's so different.
I need to stop
But-
looking at this picture. Sorry, it's distracting me.
Also, I just thought this was funny, and this is not meant to be shade at all. So if this is you who happened to do this, I promise I'm not making fun of you. I thought it was so sweet. But someone messaged me or commented on, because of course I did a video when the hysteria was going down, when she unveiled the name of the album, and someone had commented and said, now that you're back to doing Taylor Swift content, and then I think they either, made a comment or a question or something. And part of me was like, I am doing other content. You're just not watching it. I was like, I'm still doing things. You're just not watching it. But again, that's not meant to be shade. I just thought it was really sweet. And I'm like, I'm doing other things, I swear. I was like, I'm not dead.
They didn't care though. They're just like, no, I'm here for Taylor.
Which is fair. I just thought it was really funny. It really gave me a chuckle. But I love that people, like, I've gotten so many comments and so many messages from people who, like, whenever a Taylor Swift album is released, I think about your impending reaction. And that feels so special to me. Like,
yeah.
Like, I never would have dreamed that people would think that. You know what I mean? So it's like crazy to me to get that message from so many people that are like, can't wait for the reaction. You're who I think about when a Taylor release comes out. I'm like, that is wild to me. Like, if you had told Justin that in 2017, before Rep had come out, when I was so severely, probably the most depressed I've ever been, I never would have imagined that people would say that. So it's just crazy. And thank you to everyone who sent me messages and has been commenting about how excited you are to see the reaction. And of course, I will be doing so. But
wait.
yeah, God, it's gonna be good. And also, can we we can't leave this episode without pointing out also that Taylor chose Mean Girls Day to release this album.
Oh, Mean Girls Day as well. Plaid Day, Boyfriend Day, Mean Girls Day.
Yeah, I mean, what day is it? October 3rd. So I just think that's so cool. And I wonder, not to make everything about Rep. Oh, please don't make me connect everything to Rep. But like, is that like a sly, very like coincidental or intentional reference to the Regina George and Wolf's clothing comment, which of course was during the Rep era. So
This is what I mean. This is why I get such kind of like Lost Album Karma vibes, because that was that whole era. But we'll see. We will see. There'll be more to uncover in the coming weeks.
For sure. Oh, I love it so much. God, it's new. we're in new Taylor album territory, and everything feels right in the universe. Like, I just would never have thought that we actually would have been here. Like, we've talked about how the rumors were kind of ramping up in the past couple weeks, but to suddenly be in a new album era now, I was like, I never would have been like, oh God, it'd be nice to be in a new album era. I was just like, meh, whatever. Like, I'll just wait till she announces. And now that she's announced, I'm like, my whole everything's changed. Everything has changed. Track 14. So
everything has changed. Yeah.
I just love to see it.
Oh, what a time. What a time. What a year for music.
What a year for music. I can't take it. Anyway.
And as soon as we get up here as well, I'm going to be messaging you with more stuff that I've discovered, and you'll be doing the same.
Yeah. This is like I said earlier, like this is the fun part. Like, we're getting to the nitty and the gritty. We're deep diving. We're detailing. We're doing detective work. I love it so much.
Yeah, same. Oh, right.
Well, anyway, let us leave. Thank you guys for listening to this. Let us know what you're excited about for Showgirl. What songs are you
let us know
towards?
your three claimed tracks.
Yes, let us know. And oh God, what a time to be alive. We don't really do endings for these versions of the podcast, but thank you guys for listening. We'll have a regular episode of the podcast next week, and I guess we'll just say thanks for listening. Or I should say thanks, Showgirls.
Oh. Bye.
Bye.
Her name was
Taylor.
She was a showgirl.